Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of CNB Bazaar Buzz. I am your host Amir Naik, and today we kickstart things with the Ford Figo Facelift. Yes, it's received an update. In fact, Ford has updated its entire portfolio, right from the Endeavour to the Aspire and now the Figo. A lot has changed and a lot has not. There is one engine that has changed, and King Shuddhatta was out there to tell you all about it. What exactly has changed and what has remained constant.
The new generation Figo was launched almost 4 years ago, and it was about time for the car to get a mid-life update. It has been on the cards for a while now, and we finally had an opportunity to test drive the 2019 Ford Figo Facelift.
Ford says that the Figo Facelift gets over 1200 new parts, which means over 50% of the car is new. The front end gets a cellular style grille, which is all new. The headlamp cluster remains the same, but the fog lamps get a new housing. We are driving the top-spec blue variant of the Figo Facelift, which gets blue tinges on the exterior, along with a dual-tone roof and newly designed alloy wheels.
While the silhouette remains the same, the Figo does get a few styling updates. There are decals all over, adding a touch of sportiness to the exterior. This is, of course, only on the top-spec blue variant. The front and rear bumpers get a redesign, and the new grille does look cool with a cellular design. But we would have liked if the car got LED daytime running lamps. Overall, there is a sense of freshness to the new Figo, which is indeed very likable. The cabin gets a redesign as well, sporting new all-black interior with blue accents on the doors and dials, along with the blue contrast stitching on the seats. Again, this is offered only on the top-spec blue variant of the Figo Facelift. The cabin is definitely a step up from the outgoing model. The 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system is intuitive and has inbuilt navigation along with reversing camera as well. Both the titanium and the blue variants get the same creature comforts, while the base ambient variant is of course bare bones. However, the new Figo does miss out on smartphone connectivity. Yes, there's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which in our opinion is a very big miss. The instrument console looks old school, and we wish there was a sexier, maybe a multi-information display unit on offer. The all-black interior does eat into the sense of space, but there is enough room for 4 adults to fit in comfortably. And of course, it looks sporty. Ford is also offering a bunch of features such as auto headlamps, rain-sensing wipers, automatic climate control, and push-button start too. As far as safety is concerned, dual airbags and ABS with electronic brake force distribution is standard on all variants, while the top-spec blue model gets 6 airbags, which is best in class. Ford will be offering the 1.5-litre diesel along with the 1.5-litre petrol engine for the new Figo. What is new is the 1.2-litre Dragon petrol engine, which makes 95 brake horsepower and develops 120 Nm of peak torque. All variants of the Figo get a 5-speed manual, but the 1.5 petrol variant gets a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox.
We are driving the 1.2-litre Dragon petrol engine variant of the Figo Facelift. This is the same engine which is also offered in the Freestyle and the Aspire. Now the low-end grunt is slightly lacking, which means you have to work the gearbox when you're driving in the city. On the highway, it's easy to find your rhythm and let the car do its thing. The gearbox are precise, and we are also happy to report that the Figo Facelift retains the handling prowess and the supple ride quality of the previous outgoing model.
The Figo always had good driving dynamics, and the new facelift model keeps it the same way. While the 1.2 petrol was brilliant on the highway, it was the 1.5 litre diesel which is better suited for the city. There is a nice shove of low-end torque which makes things better, and also gear shifts are a touch slicker in the diesel variant. The top-spec blue variant gets 15-inch alloy wheels, while the other models are shod with 14 inches. The 1.2 petrol has a claimed fuel efficiency of 20.4 km per litre, while the 1.5 diesel can run for 25.5 km on a single litre of diesel. The 1.5 petrol with the automatic gearbox boasts of a fuel efficiency of 16.3 km to the litre. Of course, we will get you the real world figures once we carry out a proper comparison review of the Figo with its peers. Prices for the Figo facelift start at 5,15,000 rupees for the petrol variants and go up to 8,09,000 rupees for the 1.5 litre petrol titanium model. For the diesel variants, the prices start at 5,95,000 rupees and go all the way up to 7,74,000 rupees. The prices of the new Figo are lower than the outgoing model. Plus, it is also more affordable than those of the Maruti Suzuki Swift. The Grand i10 is more attractively priced, with the top-spec petrol model being almost a lakh cheaper than the top-spec Figo petrol. The top-spec diesel of the Grand i10 is also 12,000 rupees cheaper than the Figo diesel variant. The Figo then is at par with its rivals in terms of features and performance, and certainly scores more in the safety department with 6 airbags on offer. The design updates definitely add to the desirability quotient, and Ford's tie-up with Tinder, the dating app, could be a good way to reach out to the youth, which is in fact the target audience. If you do swipe right on the new Figo facelift, you will definitely get a match.
Well, so similar changes as in line with the Aspire, and we really weren't looking for anything more. But well, still a good looking car and still has a lot more to offer in that segment. Well, let's get into a break right now, and on the other side, a lot more for you, so stay tuned. Welcome back to CNB Bazaar Buzz, and I'm your host Amir Naik. Well, now let's shift the focus now to two-wheelers. Yes, we have a very special review for you. It's the Harley-Davidson Street Glide. Yes, the 2019 updated version, and there's a lot that's new. Of course, it's big, it's burly, but there's a lot of features on it. And Pritam Borao took the bike out for a spin in the national capital, and here's what he thinks about it.
It's big, it's burly, and it's definitely got solid road presence. Meet the 2019 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special. From the big batwing fairing, hard case panniers and wide floorboards to keep your feet planted, the Street Glide Special is every inch the big tourer it's supposed to be. And the big bagger in Harley-Davidson's touring range now gets a bigger 1868cc V-twin engine with 4 valves per cylinder. And it also gets an updated touchscreen infotainment system with a Gorilla Glass touchscreen. With built-in navigation, AM, FM radio, and hands-free phone connectivity, the full color screen is surprisingly responsive and has smartphone connectivity too. And you can even use the touchscreen with gloved fingers. But more than anything is the Street Glide's imposing presence that will grab attention anywhere you go, and even when it's parked at a quiet place. It is 360 kilograms of metal waiting to be led out onto the long open highway.
What does freedom mean to you? If it means a long open highway and hundreds of kilometers on a motorcycle, then you should definitely consider something like this, a big bagger. This one, the 2019 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special, gets significantly updated. For starters, it gets a new Milwaukee 8 114 engine, which now displaces 1868 cc's, and it puts out a massive 163 Nm of torque. So there's no dearth of power on this machine. And of course, it gets a brand new 6.5-inch touchscreen boombox GTS infotainment system, and it offers smartphone connectivity, built-in navigation, and you can even listen to music on the go. So let's hit the road.
A long open highway is the ideal playground for a big cruiser. And the Street Glide Special excels in gobbling up kilometer after kilometer of tarmac. All that weight seems to magically disappear once you're on the move. And out on the road too, its awe-inspiring presence is what makes an immediate impression. Torque is what the big V-twin offers in loads, and just a twist of the throttle is all it takes to get some more momentum. And that is what's needed while overtaking on the highway. And even when you encounter a corner or two, its easy road manners make it feel stable and planted, despite its big proportions and massive weight.
On the highway, this thing gobbles up kilometers like nobody's business. You can do hundreds of kilometers in a day with very good comfort. And of course, for 2 lakhs extra, you can put a touring kit, which will put a top box here, and a big support for your pillion if you're into 2-up traveling. And well, lots of power, lots of torque, and you can listen to music on the go. But your freedom comes at a price. This one costs about 30 lakh 53,000 ex showroom, and for the touring kit you put another 2 lakh on it. And if you're riding within the city, that big bulk and massive weight is slightly uncomfortable. But for highway cruising, I'll definitely pick the Street Glide Special.
The steep price tag means that the Street Glide Special is not for everyone. And its big size doesn't make it ideal for the daily commute or taking quick turns within the city. But if you're the kind of person looking for a ride which screams out for attention, the Street Glide Special fits that bill to the T. And if your primary usage will be highway cruising and you have the budget for a big cruiser, by all means take a good look at the Street Glide Special. Whether you end up bringing it home or not, it will definitely make an impression.
Well, it certainly is a big bike, definitely, and it oozes road presence. That's what Harley-Davidsons are all about, aren't they? But of course, I really think that Preetham, when on the bike and in that heat, definitely needed something to cool down, and that's when the next product that we are bringing you a review of comes in really handy. It's called BluSnap, and well, it's a portable cooler for riders, which can be worn on the helmet. And well, we have the review for you and basically tell you what it's all about and how to use it. Well, take a look.
Wearing a helmet in the Indian summer can be a pain at times, but it is an absolute necessity as well. Helmets and two-wheelers must always go hand in hand. But keeping cool is also important, which is where the BluSnap2 comes in.
India is a country which moves on 2 wheels. In fact, India is one of the largest markets in the world for two-wheelers. And now that summer is here, every time you ride on a two-wheeler, you have to put on your helmet. And that results in a very sweaty, uncomfortable feeling. But what if we told you we had a solution to this? What if we told you this sweaty discomfort feeling that you get when you put on a helmet in summer can be avoided completely? Let's find out.
Assembling the BluSnap is actually quite easy. Once you have unboxed the contents, all you need to do is fit the air inlet onto the main device, use the extender if need be, put on the helmet mount with the sticking adhesive and simply mount it on the chin of your helmet. The BluSnap2 is made to fit on full face helmets of all sizes. It is all simple physics actually. The BluSnap2 comprises of 5 parts, which are the main unit, air filter, an extender, a helmet adhesive and a USB charger cable. Well, that is needed because the main unit is fitted with a small fan which sucks in air from outside and the air passes through the air filter. This directs cool air and also purifies it before it's released inside your helmet. And it keeps your face cool and comfortable inside your helmet.
So let me show you something very interesting here. So you just press this button here. You see these LED lights lighting up? That's the battery. There's an air filter inside. So what you need to do is just take out the air filter, dunk it into cold water, put it back on, switch on the motor, you're good to go.
Well, it might not look good once you actually put it on your helmet and go out and ride, but the overall benefits far outweigh the cons. The device weighs about 350 grams and it does not get into your line of sight while wearing a helmet. It does not put any extra pressure on your neck or the helmet, and you will tend to forget that you're actually wearing one when on the move. Coming to the most important part, yes, the BluSnap Helmet Cooler works wonderfully. As you are riding, you literally breathe cool, purified air, leaving you feeling fresher after your daily commute. The temperature inside your helmet is about 6 to 15 degrees lesser than the ambient temperature, and we are happy to report that the device works as advertised. The BluSnap2 is priced at 2,299 rupees, and while it may not exactly be cheap, it does make summer riding much more bearable and also offers purified air, which is an added bonus in polluted metro cities.
Well, the BluSnap certainly comes in handy when it comes to, well, summers like these when you actually want to go out and ride a bit. Well, that's it for this show. Hope you enjoyed it. Definitely, we are looking forward to your feedback. So we are there on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and even on YouTube. So do give us your feedback on what you think about the show, and we'll definitely try and accommodate as much as possible. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And when on the highway or when driving a car, always wear your seatbelts and always wear your helmets while riding. See you next time.